Homeowners in Jurong, hold on tight to your properties at least for the next 10 to 15 years. This is because the Singapore government recently announced more good news in the Jurong Lake district that could increase housing demand and add value to existing public and private homes in the area. With the expected buzz coming up in Jurong, Property Report spoke to Jones Lang LaSalle and DTZ on how this will impact property prices for existing homes in the area.
It might have a twofold effect. When, depending on the market, when market is good, such projects, residential projects in the area might be very good, and as such, demand might spill over and benefit these existing projects. Yet again, if the market is bad and demand is weak, developers for such new projects, the proposed projects, might cut back on their selling prices, and that would definitely affect the existing projects as well.
Well, these existing houses will definitely face more competition from the new supply, but in the long run, the whole area will benefit from a greater critical mass of residential development. The West has always been perceived as a more industrial area, and it lacks the residential amenities that you find in other parts of Singapore, like in the East. That's why prices in the West has always been lower than those in the East. So when Jurong Lake District is developed, there will be more commercial space, retail and offices, business parks, hotels, recreational facilities, and that in turn will draw more people to want to come and stay and work in the West.
As Jones Lang LaSalle and DTZ say, property prices are expected to go up, albeit not as much as those in prime areas. It is important to have residential areas to support JTC's plan to expand its international business park there, as it will mean more quality houses and a better pool of workers.
I think if plans go through, it will positively impact the demand for residential units in the area, be it rental values or capital values. What happens is that this whole concept, as I said, it's not purely industrial alone or what. It's a whole township on its own with quality amenities or even tourist attractions, quality commercial space, retail and F&B.
Meanwhile, they expect the private property market in 2009 to witness fewer transactions.
The residential property market is going to be challenging this year because it's very much affected by what's going on in the economy. And right now, the lending conditions are tight. People are concerned about job insecurity and the ability to pay the monthly mortgages, and also there are concerns on falling prices. But the falling prices also mean that housing is now more affordable compared to in the last 2 years. For those who have missed the boat in the last 2 years, because prices were going up a lot, they are finding that this is a good time to start looking around. But the price gap between buyers and sellers is still very high, and so that's why we are seeing low transaction activity now. And this is likely to continue for the next few quarters.
Well, in my view, definitely we're still looking downward pressures for the whole market. That's definitely in line with our economic outlook. Property estate is definitely very sentiment driven, and buyers are just not ready to put in a lot of money for such a big purchase.
Up next on Hot Property, we interview Alex Schlein from Panache Management about the luxurious condominium development, The Sale.
I bought the unit at around mid of 2006, and at that time still the construction was going on. The whole Marina Bay area looks like probably the world's biggest construction site at one spot. It doesn't look attractive. It didn't look attractive then. It still doesn't look as attractive as it will be. But the construction is going on, and I think already by end of this year, 2009, people will start realizing, more visualizing what is going to be in this area when the sands will be almost complete and the Marina Bay Financial Center will be already taking shape. Well, The Sale is basically a project of 2 towers. One is the 70-story tower and one is, I think it's a 67-story tower. Basically, Tower 1, the one we are in, has a total frontal view of the Marina Bay that you can see here, which will basically provide the the tenants and the owners. With the total front of views of the Sands, it's going to be the biggest project and the casino in the world. And they can also see some of the F1 Formula tracks, and naturally all the buzz is going to be right here in this area. I would say in a couple of years, when all these projects are coming up, it's going to be the most exciting place to be, if not in the whole Asia, it's definitely in the Southeast Asia.
From Singapore, this is Khalil Adis for Property Report TV.